Yes, guys, thank you very much for joining. By the way, before we start, you've got Anne-Marie and Coach to thank because yeah, Coach actually went to meet Anne-Marie today. They took a lovely photo together, slapped it in a Discord, and we're like ready for the live. And I'm like, I wasn't even planning a live, so I kind of had to do one. So yeah, if you guys want to thank them two in the chat, because it's because of them I'm doing this live. So I hope you're happy, guys. Hope you're happy. But thank you guys for joining. As usual, leave a like as you're rolling in. Good to see you finally got a YouTube account, TK. It's good to see you in here. Thanks everyone for joining. I see you all. Where did you learn the Turkish? Nasılsın, yeah? Did you like just Google that or something? I'm good, man. I'm good. I appreciate that. Yes, guys. Thank you all for joining. Right. Do you know what? It's actually a good thing that we're doing a live because Bitcoin's actually moving a little bit, and I only like doing lives when things are really happening. Because at the moment I'm in a bit of pain and stuff. It's not going to be like the longest live ever. But there's a few things that I wanted to get through regardless. Bitcoin's at. Do you know what? Let me just get straight into Bitcoin because I just had a quick peek at it, and it seems to be pumping, and it's good because I was posting over there in a Discord over the past few days that this minor dip that that we're having doesn't mean anything in my opinion. Obviously, not financial advice. I just think it's all noise before we actually see quite a lot of fun happening in the market. So obviously, Bitcoin's doing well right now. What I want to do in this live stream is just kind of dive into all the important charts and have a look and see where we are, what we're doing. So that's what we're gonna do. Your friend Fatty told me to ask you this. Happy it wasn't. No, that literally means how are you? That literally means how are you? So he done you well. He's a good friend. I would have told you a bunch of swear words and everything and embarrassed you, but he's obviously a good friend. So you can trust him moving forward. You can trust him. No problem. It's my pleasure. Right, let's get into Bitcoin. A few things that I want to cover. So with Bitcoin, obviously over the past day or two, we've kind of been having this minor little dip right here. I posted over there in a Discord that the area we're looking to kind of hold is just this right here. It's been a nice level of support ever since our big breakout, and we just held it all the time. Had a pump, come back down, held it, had a pump, come back down, had a pump. Like, it's just literally repeating itself, and essentially all you can call this is a range. We're literally stuck in this range, right? Because we also know that this range is just below the final retracement, isn't it? So basically we are stuck in a range right here. However, what we do have right now is that we did have a bit of a falling wedge right there, which literally over the past 2 hours we have managed to break out of, which is really good to see. You guys know how I am. Usually when there's a breakout, I'm all for it going. Please just do that. However, I always at the back of my mind expect some kind of back test before going again. So I would not mind seeing something like that. But obviously, if it just wants to keep going up, that's absolutely fine. What we do know from this chart right here, and again, every time we have a minor dip, people will just keep getting scared. But at the end of the day, guys, I'll show you exactly where we are and the exact level that we've been holding the entire time as well. Okay, as you can see right there, we're just bouncing between these two fib levels. What are they? The 0.702, which is, you guys know me, and the 0.702, arguably the most important. And then finally, the 0.786, which is the final retracement. Now, what we do have here on the final retracement, we have actually closed above it. Okay, this is the daily chart as well. So we do actually have a daily candle, which is closed above the 0.786, and you can see we perfectly retested the 0.702 many times. Now, what usually happens in these areas, it's usually one of two things, and I've explained this before as well. Either when you end up breaking all these retracements, it will just keep going, or what you'll find is a whole bunch of volatility in this area. Okay, so we would have broken it, and you guys know what I always say: as soon as that door is broken, it's going to remain open. Okay, and right now that door has been broken, it is open. We are just having a pullback into support, and it's just kind of consolidating here, taking its time before I believe we are going to see a big move up towards that final B leg. Okay, so that's where we are in regards to retracement, support, and resistance. And I do tend to believe that the 0.786 was taken out. So in my personal opinion, the last thing that we are waiting for is for us to take out that B leg that comes in right there, which is just, I think it's just below 60k. Put my line right there. Yeah, 59.5K is where we want to get to. And as long as we can get $1 above it, that's the B leg taken out. And you can expect an all-time high to come after that. It doesn't necessarily mean it will happen straight away. As you guys are also aware, as I've taught you, as every time we go above the B leg, it can have another ABC correction before we end up going, or just a whole bunch of consolidation in here until it ends up going. But as long as we do take out that B leg, it can come back down and do absolutely whatever it wants. We would have full confidence that eventually Bitcoin will go on to make a new all-time high. And this market is extremely bullish, right? So as of right now, over the past few hours, you can see we have been pumping from Bitcoin. We are back at 57K basically right now. So back at the top end of the range. And as I said, we do have a bit of a breakout happening right here as well. So again, Bitcoin's looking good. I'm not bothered about what happens here. I would obviously like to see this whole support hold. So I wouldn't really, it wouldn't be ideal for us to break down there, because I'd still obviously remain very bullish. It would just mean that we're coming down for a steeper correction before we head up higher. The only way you would see me panicking and saying, right, I don't think this is happening anymore, is if we take out the low of our previous B leg, which is all the way down here at 39.5K. So, as long as we're above that, I don't really care what happens here. However, I do believe we are going to see some kind of breakout come up soon from Bitcoin, because essentially what you've got here is just very long consolidation. And you guys know what happens when you're consolidating for a long time. Usually ends up with a nice big pump to the upside, or equally to the downside. But I do believe we have a bullish Bitcoin right here. Obviously taking out the retracements and everything, this to me is pointing towards a break to the upside, right? So obviously if we go over there to the Bitcoin dominance chart, this is another thing that I was showing you guys previously. I would have liked for us to come anywhere into this blue box, and you can see we just about missed it. That's fine. I'm still absolutely fine with that. It doesn't mean that, it's not going to go back into it. Cool. If I just move that down there, the tiniest bit, I would have been right. So I'm going to count that. What I'm expecting right here is that it's kind of all lining up perfectly. Okay. So I'm going to try and paint this story for you. Let me just make sure you guys can hear and see everything. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can. Cool. Right. So what we've got here is Bitcoin, which obviously topped out right here, the Bitcoin dominance chart. What I'm expecting is a double top to come in. So something like that. And then we start heading down, right? And then in here is where we'll get all of our altcoins start booming. And it makes sense to me. Why? Because it seems like everything is like timing perfectly. So what you've got here, it seems like Bitcoin has a very short while left before we end up having one more pump up here. What would this pump indicate? That pump, in my opinion, will probably be the pump that takes us above the B leg for Bitcoin, okay, which is all the way up here. So when we pump all the way up here to the B leg, that would also show on the Bitcoin dominance as it coming back to this level right here. And then what you'll essentially have is a double top, and then it can start falling back down. And at the same time this is happening, I'm expecting some kind of consolidation to come out of Bitcoin right here, or some kind of ABC correction to come down here. And during this time is where I expect to see quite a lot of alts actually go for it. Now, another thing to kind of back this theory up would be the total altcoin market cap. Okay, as you guys know, and I will draw this out perfectly for you, I personally believe we are creating a perfect cup and handle pattern on the total altcoin market cap. And if I just draw it out for you right here, what you can see, there is our resistance line. Here is our massive cup right there. And then what you've got right here at the end is your handle. Okay. And what we realize from this handle is that it seems like it's just got a little bit more to go. Okay. So at the same time, we've got Bitcoin dominance, which has got a little bit more to go. We've got Bitcoin, which has got a little bit more to go to the B leg. And then you've got the total altcoin market cap, which has also got a little bit more to go to break that resistance line. All right. So it's all kind of adding up timing wise. So I expect the total altcoin market cap, okay, to get up and around these levels at the same time that Bitcoin would have topped out around this area, and is now Bitcoin dominance would have topped out here and is now slowly starting to retrace. And at the same time, Bitcoin getting above that B leg. Okay. So this is looking absolutely perfect to me. It's just a matter of patience and waiting for that breakout to happen. Equally, if we go over there to the total market cap of crypto, so this includes Bitcoin in the market cap as well. Again, you can draw out right here a perfect cup and handle formation, which again, I'll draw out for you guys. So here is your cup right there. Here is your handle right there. And what's different about this? Well, this includes Bitcoin market cap. And what we can see is that in regards to this handle, it's right there at the resistance line. So what would that indicate? It would indicate that this cup and handle, which by the way, cup and handles are very bullish, indicates a breakout very, very soon. So this would be taking up Bitcoin to the B leg, equally taking up the Bitcoin dominance up to here, equally taking the total altcoin market cap up to the resistance line. And then as Bitcoin dominance starts dropping, as Bitcoin pokes above the B leg and starts retracing, you'll see the total altcoin market cap start breaking out. So I hope you guys are kind of like here with me, understanding everything I'm saying. I'm sorry if it's confusing, but I hope you guys are kind of getting where I'm coming from here. Everything is like lining up perfectly in regards to timing. Okay. So I'll try and like just quickly just skim over that again, right? So Bitcoin, it's got a tiny bit more to go up to that B leg. At the same time, it's looking like the Bitcoin dominance is going to double top and it's got a little bit more to go also. At the same time, we've got the total altcoin market cap, which seems to just be short of that resistance line, indicating it's also got a little bit more to go. But most importantly, we are right here at the total market cap of crypto, which includes Bitcoin, which is right there at the resistance line, indicating a breakout coming very soon. And as this includes Bitcoin, I'm assuming a lot of that money from the total market cap will flow into Bitcoin, which would result in Bitcoin getting above the B leg, result in the Bitcoin dominance heading back up to make a double top, and it will result in a total altcoin market cap heading up to that resistance line. So it's all kind of working out perfectly right now. Yeah, hopefully that just makes sense to you guys. It seems like it is from you guys here. So hopefully that does make sense. Sorry for the guys. If it doesn't, just rewind and listen to what I'm saying. Hopefully you'll get it in the end. But yeah, in regards to those charts right there, it's looking really good at the moment. So what number on the dominance chart would you class as alt season? Well, let me just get the chart up for you. Let's have a quick look. So this is the Bitcoin dominance chart. I would say while we're down here, you'll see a lot of charts running. However, it's when we start breaking these lows down here. So if I go over to the 8-hour chart, you can see that this low over here has basically been our support for the range. I do think we are going to break below that. So in regards to our price level, you're looking at breaking below 40 on the Bitcoin dominance chart. Because when we're in there, you're going to be heading into like new lows, right? You're going to just start heading down. And in here is when you'll probably see some fat alt season happening. So that's the number I'll be looking for. However, during this entire move down here, which I am also expecting, you could still expect alts to be running really hard during that session right there as well. So that's kind of what I'm looking for at this moment in time. Anyway, let me move over to Ethereum because, of course, Ethereum makes up a lot of the total altcoin market cap. Okay, so it's very important to be looking and seeing where Ethereum is right now. So let's have a quick chart of this. If we put our fib down right here, you can see Ethereum has been battling that 0.702 for a really long time now, right? It's had some closes above it, which is great. Whether or not you want to call them like, how should I say, ideal, convincing is probably the word. Because obviously charts are different everywhere, right? This is the Binance chart. If I go over to the Bitstamp chart, for example, you know, the retracement would just be slightly off. You know, it's just kind of the same all over the place. You can see this one poke his head up way higher than the one that they did on Bitcoin. But if we stay on this chart, essentially you're right there at the 0.702, which is basically telling me that we are going to have a big move up soon. And at the same time, you've got to also realize what happened in here. We broke all retracements for Ethereum, meaning these doors are open for Ethereum to just go whenever it wants. Okay. And at the same time, if we move over to the hourly chart, you can see right there the type of consolidation we've been having. It's just been very flat, not a lot going on, very similar to Bitcoin in the sense of, you know, us just kind of holding these areas down here as support, but at the same time, just stuck in one fat range, right? Things like this always result in a big move up. And it's not like you're going to see some little move up. Usually they result in like a pretty parabolic move to the upside to break out of this entire range and then make a new like range up there, right? So even with Ethereum, it's right under important retracement levels, but we know that they've been broken before. And at the same time, you've got the same thing. You've got a perfect cup and handle formation happening right here. So again, even with something like Ethereum, that's looking like it's going to be breaking out very soon as well. And I don't know about you guys, whether or not you've been like realizing it or not, but if you look over the market, like Binance top gainers, for example, there's just been so many coins like pumping quite a lot recently. And stuff that you just wouldn't expect. Like they're just kind of going under the radar, but they're making like 50-60% candles, and people are just like, oh, they're just kind of putting it off. But realistically, these things are really pumping. So it's just a matter of waiting and seeing. On Breakout, do you think Luna will be the leader again and another alts will follow? Potentially. I charted Luna yesterday in my Discord, and basically on every chart, so Luna over USDT, over Ethereum, and over Bitcoin, they're all at critical support levels. And Luna over Bitcoin is heavily oversold as well. So Luna does seem like some kind of slingshot is very due. It's very oversold, so it's just a matter of waiting. But I do expect it to run pretty soon. Whether or not it'll be a leader again, I'm not too sure. Bitcoin 57K. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Anyway, another thing I thought I'd show, which I found quite interesting. Let me just look at Bitcoin quick. Yep, it's above 57K. Sick. BNB. Obviously, this is a pretty large cap coin, and one thing I realized with BNB today is that it's had a pretty big pump. We were at $392. We've actually topped there at $467. So it's nearly done $100 in a day. Most importantly, I'm looking at that volume. This is 4-hour volume. So you're seeing some huge volume come out from a large cap coin with a big breakout, which has also been kind of just stuck in this range for a while, just like Ethereum and Bitcoin has. So we are starting to see quite a few coins, slap out some big volume there. What it's basically showing me is that these coins are very ready to go. They're literally just waiting for their leader in Bitcoin. Bitcoin now at 57,152. We'll see where it's at the end of the stream, but they're basically just waiting for their leader to go so they can just kind of get on with it. They're literally screaming, bro, just hurry up. I just want to pump. And you can see it's kind of giving us like a little look into what we could expect to come soon. And it wasn't only that, you got Polkadot as well. Look at that. I mean, that's still going. I made this stream when it was before 6 o'clock. And obviously we're after 6 o'clock. So that's another hourly candle, which has just gone even higher. And you're seeing the same thing. This is a large cap coin. You've got massive volume coming out, huge spike level. So you went from, in fact, if we go from over here, which was only yesterday, by the way, $32, it's now $37, $38. That's a big move. If we go to the daily chart, you can see that is one big candle happening right there. So again, that is another good thing to see. And you got to look at these things as signs, every time you're kind of, looking over charts and stuff, always look around everywhere, because you want to be looking for signs in the market. Not just one chart is gonna show you a story. There's gonna be loads of random different charts out there that is going to show you the story. And I see a comment right here. Veracity is a chart that I've got ready up here. The reason for it is because this also done a massive cup and handle perfectly, by the way, and has broken out. That is what happens when you break out. Now, what typically happens after you break out of a cup and handle, you'd have your breakout, you'd have your back test, and then you could have a bit of a consolidation before essentially you just, off you go. Well, if you look over here, right? We kind of just zoom in on this. Let's do it on the hourly chart. What you've got is your breakout. Equally, you've got a back test right here. You've got a bit of consolidation going on, which if we actually take a look at it more closely, what you've got is a falling wedge right here on top of some support right there. That's going to break out soon. And what are you going to end up seeing? You're going to end up seeing a big move to the upside. And this exact formation, because this is perfect, by the way, is what I am expecting to come out from something like the total altcoin market cap. Because if we take a look at something like VRA, right? If we measure this move from the breakout zone to where it's topped out, that's a 34% move. Well, if we measure a 34% move from the breakout zone for our total altcoin market cap, where does that take us? 34% takes us right there. Where does that put us? That puts us at 1.8 trillion. We are currently at 1.4 trillion. What does that mean? That's $400 billion, which would be flooded into the altcoins. Equally, you're making a new all-time high. Okay, that is what you're going to be expecting to see, and that is why in these areas here is when you're going to start seeing some kind of alt season happen. Whether it's going to break out again, like I showed in the VRA chart, and then come back and back test it, and then what you'll end up seeing is some kind of consolidation, like a falling wedge, break out of the falling wedge, off you go, make a new high. Okay, and that's basically what I am expecting to happen. And VRA, although it's a small cap coin, is showing the example, is showing the way. It's broken out already. It's acting like a leader. And I just thought I'd show you guys this because it's a perfect example of what I am expecting to come out from the total market cap, total altcoin market cap, Ethereum. You know, it's all happening at the same time. So again, it's yet another leader, another thing that people should be keeping an eye on, not just because it's, you know, a random coin pumping, but because it's actually doing what we're expecting from the bigger boys, like the bigger charts to happen as well. And it's just a perfect example. So keep an eye out on that, fully expecting that to start pumping as well. I wish I got into VRA back in like December last year. It was a coin I was seriously considering. I actually ended up buying Luna instead, which obviously was a better choice at the end of the day. But if I had just bought both, then God knows, I'd probably be sitting on an island right now. But there you go. You know, things happen. We look back, at least we learn. All right. And I ain't complaining at all with Luna. I got in on that like 40, 50, 60 cents, whatever it was. So, you know, happy days for that. But yeah, ultimately what you're seeing right here is just a whole bunch of bullishness. Every single chart I've shown you there, arguably very important charts. You've got the Bitcoin chart, Bitcoin dominance, total market cap, total altcoin market cap, Ethereum. Then you've got two big players in the game in BNB and DOT breaking out. Equally, you've got something like VRA, which is showing us exactly what we want to see, right? So there's loads. Do you have a KDA chart? Yes, I will get onto the KDA chart now, actually. KDA, obviously not financial advice, none of that, guys. It's just a project that I've been eyeing up for a long time. I actually ended up buying some today. Definitely check it out. Do your own research on it. I recommend you guys look at it. So KDA is one I brought on KuCoin. I'll take a look at that in a second. I just scheduled in for Polkadot. Luna looks tasty, 100%, 100%. Let's have a quick look at KDA actually. Right, KDA. Okay, so this is KDA, and I must admit, again, another very bullish chart that I'm looking at. I'm kind of like in between whether or not this has already completed its cup and handle or if it's like in the middle of it. And what I mean by that is, right, if we take a look at this area right here, you could say that that is the same as coming up right there, because we can't say that's a cup and handle from there to there, right? So if I draw this cup and handle out for you guys, because again, this could also be another leader in the market, what you've got is cool. We may have got a little bit overextended, but the candle closes were pretty much right there. At the same time, you've got a massive cup right here, and then perfectly a handle right there. So then if I take that off, what you've got right here is a very nice cup and handle and something that's already broken out. So it's slightly just behind veracity, right? So we could say that that cup and handle is over, but then at the same time, you're looking at what's going on right now in the sense that it's come back up to this area here where we previously actually topped out. Are we just completing our cup right here? Okay. And are we still having to make a handle before we end up breaking out? I don't know. Time will tell. The only way we can confirm that the cup and handle is over would be obviously if we break out from here, which would be $2.5. And if we do, my next target would simply be $3. Because if I put a fib over it, it's basically like our next Fibonacci extension, right? They're $3, right? So that's kind of the area that I'm looking at, and that would confirm that our cup and handle is over. But equally, guys, it is an excellent project as well. It's actually one of the most scalable cryptos in the world right now, and one of the quickest as well. I do believe it's going to take over, but definitely do your research on it and have a look. But equally, the chart is looking great. Even if this does still have to complete the handle, cool, go for it. I don't care. I'm just going to hold it anyway. But if it has already done it from here to here, and then we had our handle right there, and then now it's going to go, and we've already broken out, then yeah, equally, I'm completely fine with that. What have I done here? Never used that before. So yeah, that's KDA right there. I wanted to quickly show Trias as well. Obviously, you guys know about me, and Trias is another coin on KuCoin that I hold, very bullish on it. We can see right here a falling wedge with big support happening right there, looking perfect. And this could break out at any point between now and midnight, basically. So I'm hoping to see a breakout come out from there. So again, it's just another thing that's looking like it's going to break out, and that's what you want to see. You've got volume here, which is obviously falling. We're getting lower and lower volume. Sellers are exhausted here, and we're looking for a breakout to come pretty soon. So you've even got all of these small caps that are acting like big boys, man. They're all doing really good at the moment. So they're looking really good. I might as well do Luna while I'm at it as well. It's good. I like charting, the coins that are popular around the channel and the Discord itself and everything else, right? I enjoy doing it. Anyway, let me just get all of the Luna charts up, just so you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. So, start with Luna over USDT. What we've got here, okay, is Luna is now back at this previous all-time high, which was around $36. You can see we have had a bit of volatility here, but ultimately we're right at that level there, right? Ideally, I'd like to see 35.5 hold. If it doesn't and it starts breaking down, we'll see 32, but I don't really care what happens to Luna short term. I definitely think that this is ready to start going. So it's back at resistance. You can see every time we've been in these areas, we have had big pumps happen. Even over here, when we broke this resistance level, we ended up pumping. And if we look on the RSI on the 4-hour chart, what we can see is that it is on the lower end of oversold. So we are at those levels now. You can see every time we get down below these areas, last time was here. That was when we were at $24 and we ended up pumping all the way to 49. Okay. Again, equally, we were here. That was when we were at $23 and we ended up pumping there to 44. So you can see every time Luna enters this range on the 4-hour chart on the RSI, we do end up pumping pretty hard. So regardless of what Luna's going to do in the next day or two, I fully expect this to just start going pretty soon. Equally, if we take a look at the Bitcoin chart, the Bitcoin pairing is perfectly back at support, holding really well at the moment as well. You can see, we wicked down here, but essentially that was acting as support when we bounced. Again, perfectly held support here. We bounce, we're back at it again. And the main thing that I'm seeing with the Bitcoin pairing is that not only is it back at support, the RSI on the Bitcoin pairing is way oversold. You can see right there, we are really oversold. In fact, the last time Luna over Bitcoin was back at these levels was all the way back in May when we had our capitulation when Luna was like $4 or something. The last time we were there, we obviously went from $4 to however many, $30, wherever it was, pretty quick. Well, not pretty quick. We had to consolidate for ages, obviously. But yeah, that was the last time we had a bottom signal. Well, we are literally right there. Okay. We are exactly where we were back in May. And Luna right now, it's not at $4. We're around from 4 to 49. We're at 36. So imagine the kind of run it's going to end up putting in. So what I'm basically saying is Luna is very due. If we could see some kind of breakout happen on this chart as well, you can see that right there. We haven't had a perfect breakout yet, but I'm assuming that if we do end up breaking out of this, back test it. Look at the amount of room this has to grow. That could be a $10, $15, $20 move happening right here. Obviously not financial bust, I don't know, but I expect it to have a big move nonetheless. So yeah, that's looking pretty good in itself, man. Hello from Kent. Yes, Jonesy's from Kent as well. Where you at, Jonesy? See, look, you got a friend. We were all like talking to each other today on a Discord, like we should all like meet up. Who's close? Because the girls were in Birmingham, they all met up and everything. And we were thinking, right, Jonesy's in Kent. Who else is in Kent? Join the Discord. FIFA coins. Join the Discord. You can meet up with Jonesy. Thoughts on Shiba Inu? Do you not know my thoughts by now? Come on, Jack. Obviously, I don't know if you watch me or not, but I'm not a fan of meme coins, so that's basically my thoughts. I get why people invested in them; they're still profitable. I completely understand that. I just like investing in actual projects and everything, you know, worldwide use cases and everything, all that stuff. So that's just me. Canterbury, where are you at, Jonesy? Are you near Canterbury? No idea. Yes, bro. Yes. What are you saying, man? Good to see you here. Not running your mouth, chatting absolute rubbish. What do we have? I saw another. I thought ADA would have took lead as it was last time. Yeah, this is the thing. What you'd usually have are coins that typically end up taking the lead. And the thing is, it still can. You never know because ADA could start running tomorrow and then a few days later, the rest of the alts can start running. I wouldn't say anything at this point in time in the top 20, 30 has taken the lead properly in regards to the most recent price action. Obviously, yes, a few months ago, Solana, Luna, Cardano, but ever since our correction and then this consolidation phase that we've been in, I wouldn't say any top major coin has really been, you know, taking the lead. None that's really worth mentioning anyway. So it still could happen for sure. Roach, I've got no idea where that is, so I don't know idea. That's it. All you lot, say where you are, man. You could all start meeting up. You're from Manchester originally, from North London. I'm from North London. I don't live in North London anymore, but I'm from North London. From Tottenham, but I don't support Tottenham, so I just decided to support the better North London team. No, yeah, we lived in Enfield. From Tottenham, lived in Enfield, and then moved. So that's weird. Basically, all my family who live in London are basically from Enfield. Like my nan, for example, she lives in Enfield. What's that place called? Is it like Breezy Water or something like that? I forgot what it's called. You basically got two petrol stations and a McDonald's next to each other. It's just down there. There's an Esso petrol station as well. Round, you probably know what I'm talking about. Potters Bar, you're all kind of close to each other, man. Potters Bar, North London, Enfield, where you were originally from. Brentford's obviously on the other side, isn't it? In the west. Middlesbrough, bro, you're on your ones up there, man. You might as well say you're from Scotland. Jesus. Hertford Road. Yeah, I think that's where it is. Yeah, I don't know the actual name. God, we're all getting out now. Pompey. Wow. All over the place. But I know there's so many people from Birmingham. It's actually ridiculous. It's like Crypto Central up in Birmingham for some reason. You're Scottish. No way. Are you actually Scottish or do you just live there? Bath. Nice. We were looking at going Bath for a little getaway. Mad. It kind of like all over the place, really. Yeah, it was Breezy Water. That is where they live. A lot of my family. So yeah, flipping heck. Anyway, let's have a quick look and see where Bitcoin is at now. It's still at 57K. So yeah, guys, if you're kind of looking for some price areas for Bitcoin, there's only one really that I'm looking at, and that is the B leg, which comes in right there at 59.5K. So I would recommend people set some alerts for that area right there. Hopefully we can end up breaking it. You never know. We could see even a big cup and handle formation happening here from Bitcoin before it ends up going. But like I said, $1 above that, and you're looking absolutely golden. And what I'd say is, guys, we are, in my opinion, we are literally just on the brink, in my opinion, of seeing some nice price action coming out from the entire market. Don't look too much at the price action happening right now. I know alts are bleeding, but yeah, just kind of sit tight, I would say, and just kind of wait for the magic to happen. Again, I'll bring this up right here, the path to alt season. You got Bitcoin that goes first, and Ethereum, large caps. We are starting to see some large caps going. Ethereum still yet to go, but it's nearly there. Obviously, Bitcoin's nearly there. And you know, we're seeing little signs here and there throughout the market telling us what's to come. So it's just a matter of being patient now and seeing where we will get maybe within the next day or two. We'll see how the rest of the month pans out as well, but ultimately it's looking pretty good to me. Nothing to worry about. And like I said, guys, keep an eye out on Bitcoin dominance with a double top. Bitcoin chart 59.5K. Total market cap this is, hopefully breaking out of this cup and handle soon, and hopefully we can see a big push from a total altcoin market cap pretty soon as well. So yeah, keep an eye out, guys. And yeah, I think that is checked that it's made some moves. All right, let's have a quick. I like seeing moves, man. I don't mind that. Tell me some charts that are moving. I'll look at them. No problem. Still going. We did check dot earlier. I don't know if you was in here. But yeah, it was around there when I last looked at it. But yeah, dot is still going. Good sign. Really good sign, man. Exactly what you want to see. You want to see these large caps start going because that's ultimately, the best sign that you can see. And you got to remember something like Luna is within, the same areas as dot in the sense of where they're ranked on the market cap leaderboards, right? So you got to realize that if something like this is pumping and you got Luna, which is right down there with the RSI completely oversold against the Bitcoin chart, bang, you're looking golden, man. Hopefully we can start seeing some moves from Luna soon as well. So yeah, a bit more patience and that should call it really. No problem, bro. Yeah, I know you like your polka dot, don't you? Anyway, guys, thank you all for joining. I'm gonna call it there. I'm gonna get some rest now. Vet going for it too. All right, wait there. Let me just have a literally. I love it. I love it. I need to see all of these coins start going because just gives me, yeah, it is actually. Look, it's having a bit of a pump there as well. And it's good because you're seeing Bitcoin move up a little bit, but then you're seeing things like Vet move up a lot more, dot move up a lot. And hopefully within the next few days, it will just continue going. Make sure you guys are in a Discord because I am doing all of these little like 40 seconds to a minute chart videos and updating people regularly on there, just letting them know what I see when something does happen. So make sure you're in a Discord. The link to that is in the description below. Like the video if you enjoyed the stream. Subscribe if you haven't already. And again, thank you all very much for joining me on this randomly planned live stream. Coach Anne-Marie, thank you guys. It's actually panned out to be pretty good. And I'll see you guys very, very soon. Take it easy, people.